This part of the Bottle Bend Reserve floodplain hadn't been inundated since the mid-90s. And then obviously with the millennium drought, that was just making things worse. As a consequence, the black box trees, which sort of dominate this floodplain, were in very, very poor condition.
Before 2010 and right up until 2014 was just bare. Some of the trees, when they did canopy assessments, had no leaves at all on them and they classed them as dead.
I watched Bottle Bend go from somewhere beautiful to something out of Lord of the Rings war zone. It was a place where we learnt to culturally connect. It's got so many cultural values, and the threat to culture out there was devastating.
I've estimated around 1,600 scar trees on this reserve, which is only 1,600 hectares in size. To be able to protect that and look after that is really what drives me, I suppose.
My team and I looked at whether it was possible to try and pump water onto the floodplain. Gravity would then allow that water to flow into that wetland area, allow the water to sit there on the landscape for roughly around 3 months. We had such a good response that we thought it was worth repeating. The box trees just continued to improve in their health. That's when we really started to see the understory vegetation, or the wetland plants, really starting to kick along.
The shrub layer and ground cover, they were the big changes. We saw lignum and other plants that are naturally in these systems come back.
Within hours, you could hear frogs starting to call, and then over the next week or so, flocks of ducks and other waterfowl started congregating, and they were all feasting on the emergence of all of these water bugs. Within 2 to 3 weeks, some of the box trees actually started to show signs of putting on new growth of leaves. So pretty extraordinary. At the moment, we actually have an environmental watering event occurring. That's an allocation of New South Wales environmental water. It's just going to help improve that vegetation condition.
So to be part of Bottle Bend's recovery has been probably one of the things that I've been more proud of, not just personally, but from departments coming together and sharing the interest enough to make change out there. We can share that area now with our grandchildren, and it's healthy.
It's quite humbling, and it's really satisfying to see how the floodplain has come back. To be in a privileged position that we have, where we can make a meaningful difference to the environment, yeah, that's really satisfying.